Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing yet another pick a card reading, and this one is about why people fall for you. I'm super excited for this one because love is in the air and I really wanted to give you guys good news. So this is it. We have 3 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3, and the timestamps will be linked in the comment section down below, so you guys can go check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and with that being said, let's get on with this reading. If you picked pile number 1, this is your tarot reading. Now let's find out what cards you got. You got this crystal, 3 codes, and those codes are: it is what it is, accept it and move on. Then you were born to be real, not to be perfect. And then finally, it's okay not to have everything figured out. So you got those 3 codes. Then this card right here, the yin card reversed, and then the tarot cards, 8 of Cups and Queen of Cups. Group number 1, I have great news for you. First of all, you're someone who is definitely wise beyond their years, alright? I don't know, you might be like someone who has had a lot of past lives, all right? Because you're so wise. It's mind-blowing actually, and that is one of the reasons why people fall for you, let me tell you. But I strongly feel that you must have lived quite a lot of lives. You're not new to this life, okay? You're an old soul. And I'm telling you that because of all the cards you got. First of all, you have a lot of feminine energy. Water, 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 all right? I said that so weird. Such a weird way. I'm sorry. Anyway, you're very intuitive. We got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups type of energy. And the Queen of Cups is someone who's very intuitive, creative. You have a lot of artistic talents, all right? Or even if you don't have artistic type of talents, like you're creative, you innovate, all right? And you have a very caring and gentle energy. People go to you when they need advice, when they need somebody to knock some sense into them, but in a caring way. Like you are a wake-up call, but a nice wake-up call, a gentle wake-up call to so many people. And you're so wise beyond your years, all right? You must have gone through some life experiences that made you reflect, that really made you who you are. And you care a lot about others. You have a very open heart. It feels like you're very open-minded, and people feel comfortable when they're with you. And that is one of the reasons why people fall for you. It's because they just feel welcomed, all right? Whenever you're in a group, like you're the type of person who will try and make everybody feel welcome, try and listen to what everybody has to say. You make everyone feel loved, all right? And that is great. And it's like you're so mature. You really reflect about things. You're the type of person people just like listening to because you have so many interesting stories, and then the reflections you got from those experiences that you had. I get the vibe that you might be an amazing storyteller as well. Some of you could even have like psychic powers, or like you could be intuitive to the point like whenever you're talking to somebody, you just know what they're gonna say. Some of you could have those types of that type of intuition, and I feel like you are definitely into spirituality because you just have a lot of feminine energy right here. And again, people fall for you because you inspire them so much, because with you it's like everything is possible. Like with you nothing is ever impossible. Like you truly believe that if you want something you can go after it and you can make it a possibility. And when it comes to your tarot cards, 8 of Cups, let's talk about that for a moment. I was saying you guys were very mature, and that is true. When a situation, a friendship, or even a relationship has nothing to offer you anymore, you pack your bags and you go. Again, remember the code. It is what it is, accept it and move on. And that, that shows that you are very mature. And that means like you're always like trying to be better. You're always trying to find new experiences and to meet new people who can help you grow spiritually as well. And that is one of the reasons why people fall for you. It's like you don't settle for something that you feel like it's not enough for you, or you feel like you deserve more. You just don't settle. You might have high expectations for yourself, or you might want better things for yourself, and you go after them. And you don't need to justify yourself to anybody. You just go and you pack your bags and go when the situation or when a friendship or whatever is not serving you anymore. And I think you're very unapologetic about it as well. And again, we have the code, you were born to be real, not to be perfect. And that shows like you accept yourself fully. It's like, I get the vibe that you love yourself. You care about yourself. You're able to care about others, but you also show a lot of love to yourself and respect to yourself. And people like that, because nowadays it's sometimes hard to find people, well, the journey to loving yourself sometimes lasts our whole entire life, but it's kind of like you accept that maybe you don't love yourself fully, but you are working towards it. All right, you don't have everything figured out, but that's okay. It's okay not to have everything figured out. It's okay not to love yourself fully, but if you show yourself respect and care like you did to your friends, and you definitely show love and care, and you care a lot about other people because you give a lot emotionally and spiritually wise, and we're going to go over that in a second, but you also give that to yourself. All right. So yeah, group number one, as I was saying, like you have the Queen of Cups energy, and sometimes the trouble with this and about the Yin card is sometimes because you're so compassionate, because you care so much about others, and because you feel things on such a deep level. All right, you feel things on such a deep level, and you guys, another thing, you're so intuitive that sometimes, like when you walk into a room, you already know what the energy is. Like you can feel people's energy. All right, some of you that could be the case, but again, as I was saying, with these two cards, it tells me that sometimes while you are very mature and wise, sometimes you give too much of yourself, and that's something you guys have to work on, because then you have nothing for yourself. But I feel like you're so mature and wise that at this point in your life, you already know how to balance it out. But remember, like when you feel like you're reaching like a burnout, take care of yourself, please. Like you can give to others, but you need to conserve some of that energy for yourselves as well. And it's okay to receive as well. Okay, you don't have to give. You can also receive sometimes. But yeah, some of you, if you want a piece of advice or something, you might feel the need to, before you go out of your house, to protect yourselves from other energies, because you definitely have the sponge type of energy. When I say that, it's because you're so intuitive and because you're so in tune with everything that's going on around you. You have a lot of feminine energy. Sometimes you might like this sponge, like you kind of collect other people's energies without wanting to. And so try and protect yourselves before you go out of your house or before you leave for work, school, wherever. That could help you if you feel like sometimes it's way too much to be around people. But yeah, group number one, people fall for you because you show a high level of maturity. You're wise, you're very gentle, you're very caring. Like you're the type of person who will just reach out, or when you see somebody sad, you just go and give them a hug. You have this very, I don't know, people just seem to be comfortable around you. All right. And you make people feel loved. All right, and that is a beautiful thing. That's why people fall for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and if you do, please let me know in the comment section down below, and give this video a like if it resonated. If you picked pile number 2, this is your tarot reading. Now let's see what cards you got. So as always, I'm not going to pronounce the crystal card because I just have a lot of trouble doing that. I hope you guys don't mind. But you got this crystal. Then you got 2 codes. The code, love is not a reason to tolerate disrespect, and be your own kind of beautiful. Then you got this card, the tribe card. And also this one. And then as for your tarot cards, you got the Eight of Cups reversed, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Wands, group number 2. First of all, I love the vibe of this reading, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because you're so balanced, and this is why people fall for you. Because you're very hardworking, you're very successful, you focus a lot on your goals, but when it's time to party, you will be the center of attention, you have a lot of connections, and I get the sense that you might be very attractive and, dare I say popular, even though I hate that word. But yes, you are up there, you have a lot of connections, and it's like you can work a lot and you can be serious, but when it's time to have fun and when it's time to do something new and exciting, you're there. You're the life of the party, and that is why people fall for you, because you're so balanced. And I'm going to tell you something. The sense that I get with these cards, and I'm going to talk about the Ace of Cups right now, is that you're very open, you're very vulnerable, and you wear your heart on your sleeve. And you might also be very affectionate, and what I mean by that is you might hug a lot of people, or you might be a hugger or a kisser, or it's just like you might give little gifts to other people, handmade gifts, or like just spontaneous types of things, because you really want people to feel loved, and you show your love by giving them love in various types of ways. And it's like, because you're so vulnerable about everything that you've gone through, when it's like you're very open-hearted, that's not a word, or is it? Like, you have a very open heart, and you're willing to make connections, meaningful connections everywhere you go. It's like, to you, family is not only those people who are related to you by blood. Family is the people you can count on. Family is your friends and the people that you meet that trust and really care about you, and vice versa. And that is where the tribe card comes into play. It's like, because you're so open and vulnerable, like, you make people feel like they belong somewhere. And again, group number 2, because you value so much your family, and by family I mean the people who are related to you by blood, friends, relationship, whatever, because you value so much these meaningful connections you have made with so many people, you don't really like leaving people behind. Like, if you're with someone, you're with them for the ride, okay? Even if there are ups and downs, you don't like to give up on people. Like, if you're with somebody, and if you've made a meaningful connection with somebody, and even if you go down a rough patch, or if you have some problems, you want to work through those. You just don't give up. All right, because you don't like leaving your family behind, and family, is your friends, people who relate to you by blood. It's just like, you don't give up on those connections that you work so hard to make. And it's like, I get this sense that at this point in your life, you're trying to evolve spiritually, but it's like you're taking it easy. You're just letting it flow. And again, with this card and the Knight of Wands, people fall for you because it's like you're not. It's like you have goals, but you just let things go. Like, you let things go, you let it flow. Like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you don't get all upset about it. You're not the type of person to just kind of like overthink about things. You just let things happen naturally, and you just go with it. And it's like, people like that because it's just like, you work, but you're also carefree. If that makes sense. You can be serious but also light and fun. You're just so balanced, and that is why people, fall for you. You got the quote, "Love is not a reason to tolerate disrespect." And that means you respect yourself, group number 2. And people fall for you because of that. Because it's like, you make these meaningful connections, and you give yourself, and you care a lot about others. But it's like, when people mess with you, they're not gonna mess with you, because you're gonna call them out, and you're not gonna let everybody walk all over you. And that means you respect yourself, and you're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in, even if it means calling out somebody who is part of your family group, friend group. Like, it's like, you respect yourself so much, and you love yourself so much, has to not to let other people walk all over you. All right. And then you got the quote, "Be your own kind of beautiful." And that means you might see, I even see this as you, finding unique things about yourself and you being proud of those things, you accepting that you're not like other people. Well, it sounds so cliche, like everybody is different, but like you're okay with that. You don't try and fit in, you're just like okay with being who you are. And so it's like your own kind of beautiful. You accept yourself as you are, and you do see yourself as beautiful, and you're okay with doing silly stuff sometimes, but also really working hard for your goals as well and making meaningful connections with people. So yeah, group number 2, that was the quickest reading I think I've ever made, but it was so straightforward with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you do, please leave me a comment down below and like this video if you guys enjoyed this reading. With that being said, I'll see you next week. If you picked pile number 3, this is your tarot reading. Now let's see what cards you got. You got the Amethyst, 3 coats, take care of your body, it's the only home you have. Whatever you are, be all there. Do no harm, but take no shit. I love that one. As for your tarot cards, you got the Magician, the 3 of Wands, and also the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And then as for your oracle cards, you got this one and this one as well. Time to sleep, sleeping time. I don't know the correct translation, but it's something along those lines. So group number 3, let's talk about your cards. And I'm going to start with the Magician because it's the most obvious one. And this lets me know that people fall for you because you're independent, creative, and you have the ability to turn negative situations into positive ones. And it's like group number 3, you innovate so much. You always add your own touch to everything, to your projects. And you always plan everything out as well. But it's like I can tell that you have so many gifts, and you can really manifest everything. You have all the tools you need to succeed, and in fact, you're very successful already, and that is one of the reasons why people fall for you, because it's like you make things happen, you prepare in advance, and you're always making your dreams come true, and that is inspiring to others. And you're quite charming as well with the Magician card, let me tell you that. And then let's go over this card, time to sleep. If you think about it, we are the most vulnerable when we're sleeping. So this lets me know that people aren't afraid to be vulnerable around you. You make people feel very comfortable, and that is why they might fall for you. It's because you let them be vulnerable around you. You understand them on a soul level, on a deeper level. So people feel very comfortable talking to you, maybe even about their dreams. You might even guide other people when it comes to planning their own goals and everything else, because you're so focused. But again, let's go over these cards as well. You got the code, whatever you are, be all there. So that means you're somebody who's very present. You plan things carefully, thinking about your future, but you live in the present, and every single day you work hard towards your goals. And then you got the code, take care of your body, it's the only home you have. So that means you put a lot of thought into how you eat, how much exercise you do. You definitely see your body as a home, and you make sure to treat it right. And that is, some people find that super attractive, because it means you care about yourself and that you love yourself and you respect yourself. And it's important to take care of our body. And so that is why people fall for you, because you show that amount of respect to yourself. And that ties in with the energy of the one, all right? When I think about the one, I think about masculine energy being more active. And so that could be, you might exercise a lot, and that's a great thing. And that's one of the reasons why people fall for you, might actually be very athletic. Let's go over the code, do no harm, but take no shit. That is one of my favorite codes ever. I think it's just so funny, and that ties in with this oracle card right here, and that lets me know you like to fight your own battles, and it's like you're not afraid to do so. Like if somebody is annoying you, you're gonna stand up for yourself, you're gonna call them out. But this also means that because you're so independent, sometimes let others help you fight your battles, okay? Especially love interests. But of course, you're so independent that you might not let them do so. You might want to fight your own battles. And I understand that. But this is the great thing. It's like you don't let people walk over you. And, people find that attractive. People fall for you because of it, because you're so independent. I think you might also meditate quite a lot because you got the amethyst and time to sleep and also to take care of your body. Again, because you're so successful, like you really make sure to have like a healthy body and then a healthy mind. People fall for you because you're successful, independent, creative, you take care of yourself, and you're very in tune with your emotions and you live in the present, and you're able to turn every situation into an opportunity as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please give this video a like and comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.